I will be honest. My opinion of Josh Allen, it has changed. And it has changed because now it's solidified. I was skeptical of the Bills. Joy, you know this. I sit next to you every day, so you have to hear me the loudest on this show. I was skeptical of Josh Allen and the Bills before the season. Last year, picked him to win MVP. But when I saw those 17 interceptions that he threw at the beginning of last season, throughout the duration of last season, I started to think to myself, Josh Allen, are you giving me enough good for the bad? Are you making enough deposits to counteract the withdrawals? Because you're making withdrawals now. I see the withdrawals. But are you making enough deposits to counteract them? I said, okay, shootout versus Patrick Mahomes 2 years ago. Yeah, that's a deposit. Okay, you lost to the Bengals, but you were on the road. Okay, that's kind of a deposit. But now I'm looking and I'm saying, where are the deposits to counteract the withdrawals? You just lost to the Chiefs, exclusively on your shoulders. Exclusively. It's on your shoulders. And I don't know if your shoulders are broad enough to carry that weight no more. That's really how I'm looking at it. So, Joy, my opinion of Josh Allen has changed because my opinion of Josh Allen is now solidified. I knew his turnovers were an issue, but I turned a blind eye to him because I saw all the good. Now, I'm seeing too much bad to counteract the good. Where do you stand?
I mean, he puts a lot in the bank, but he also then goes and buys a lot.
A lot.
So it's like you're getting a big check, but like maybe Thursday before the next check hits, you just got to chill for a second and maybe you just, eat what you got in the fridge. That type of deposit, withdrawal, exchange here. It hasn't changed, but a few more of these, and I'm gonna have to update my opinion based off of new information because it's really not new information at this point.
Not.
He is turning the ball over a lot. And normally he's so talented that they're able to overcome that. But we all know, because we talk about this a lot with Dak, turnovers are an important factor, particularly when you're the one that's causing them. He's the quarterback. You can't be turning 3 interceptions to the same person and then a fumble. What are we doing? And it's not even just that he's turning the ball over. They're wild. I mean, we're on the group chat today. What are you doing? You're not Uncle Rico. You don't need to throw this ball over the mountains. Just throw it away. Just like to where?
Left
For
hand,
what?
right hand.
And really, the turnovers are frustrating, obviously. And then that's why they lost the game, right? Because they are the better team. They were a better team. They had the opportunity to win that game yesterday. Aaron Rodgers was out after 4 plays. You should win that game. That's what we all expected to happen. And some of us picked him even with Aaron Rodgers out there. What are you taking these hits for? Please, I'm begging you. Stop it. We get so excited when we see a big body out there at quarterback, right? Like, that's sexy. He's big. He's a big old boy. Be running into people, no pause, running into people, hitting defenders, and everybody praises it all the time. It's always the best, most fun thing, right? When we see a big quarterback run over a defender. That's cute until it's no longer cute. Those hits add up. And why are you doing that? You're not even getting the first down. You're just taking it. You're trying to hurdle a defender? Come on. We have to be reasonable here. We got to settle down. Josh, Bills, you have an opportunity to win a Super Bowl. Relax. Stop throwing the ball across the field unhinged. Stop taking these hits. We know he can play efficient games.
Yes.
So just do it. You got to do it. You can't play like that against the Jets.
Well done. So, no fingerprints.
You know what I'm saying?
I want to hear you. I don't want to go. I want to hear you. I want to hear my dog. Hey, you see Acho looked at you. I want to hear my dog. Because I don't want it to go 3 people just getting on him. Can you go for me, please? Can you just...
You're the new guy on the show. It goes that way. American wants to hear you.
Okay, obviously you know where I sit on this. My opinion has not changed because it's the same. And me and Shady have, had our conversations on this show about Josh Allen. Listen, since he's came into the National Football League, he leads the league in turnovers, right? But even with that being said, we've seen some of his turnovers to where we're like, ooh, we see where he's going with the ball on that. Just got tipped, right? Good play by the DB. Last night, number one, I looked at body language. He didn't even look like he wanted to be out there from a body language standpoint. That's the first thing I looked at, right? It wasn't really too much emotion after the pick. It was, Diggs coming up to him, and we know they had their offseason stuff, players come, and it just looked like he was just, like, out of it. Like, you know, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But you're not getting to no Super Bowl. You're not getting past Patrick Mahomes and Joe Burrow and Lamar Jackson playing this way. And I sat up here yesterday and said, Dak ain't had none of these in the game. The whole game we was like this with Josh Allen. Where are you going with the football? Now it's to the point to where what you looking at. And that ain't got nothing to do with gunslinger, arm talent, none. What you looking at, right? Ever since Dayball has left, that's kind of how he's looked. Where are you going with the ball? What you looking at? Josh Allen, whether you like it or not, has taken steps backwards since Dayball has left.
Of course.
And it's showing on the tape. It's showing in his body language. It's showing up on the win column. You have lost to Zach Wilson twice out of the last 3 times you played him. And we're talking about bringing somebody else in there for Zach. And last time we checked, like you say, you're one of the highest paid quarterbacks in this league. You cannot have throws to where you scratching your head and it's consistent throws where we scratching our head. Not 1 or 2, consistent throws. So my opinion hasn't changed because he's been reckless with the football since he's came in the National Football League.
You guys all have a point. Got a point. I'll say this. Last night, Josh looked terrible. He played bad.
Yeah.
Played real bad, right?
Bad.
One of the worst I've ever seen him play.
No doubt.
But my opinion hasn't changed. And like you said a couple weeks ago, he is top 3, top 4 best quarterback in this league. That's what you said.
You still taking him?
Hold up. That's what you said, right? I hate when people take stuff back. That's what you said.
Take nothing back.
So what I'm saying is I agree with that. I will put him as a top 3 quarterback in this league. That's one thing. Second thing is this. Yeah, he throws picks, but he also is that good. His potential is so high and his ceiling is so high that we're okay with that. A lot of games we see Josh Allen throw picks, but they usually win that game. See, last night, when he started on picks at a bad game, I said, yo, he's going to come around. That's what he does. And the drive where it was 13-16,
Yep.
they got a field goal. Normally he would score on that. He didn't score. That's where the issue came at. Because if he scores that game and they win the game, we're going to say, hell, he played bad, but they won.
But they won.
So let's go to that part, right? Because everybody on TV is going to talk about how bad he is, right? The last 3 years, though, right, the Bills been really, really good.
Great.
Last 3 years, Josh been throwing picks, right?
Yeah.
But out of all them last 3 years, his total is 37 wins, 12 losses. That's second best in the NFL. Those are wins, though. So with all them picks, one thing Josh Allen does, he wins games.
He does.
I want him to stop turning the ball over. I love that. Last night, he played ass, right? Say anything about Dak, say anything about Josh.
You said it a couple times with Dak, though.
But the differences between Josh Allen playing ass is one game. And that one game, he wins games. And he's that good where we're willing to take them turnovers because his ceiling is so high that he's going to win them games.
But
That's the truth.
How
That
long
is
you
the
gonna
truth.
keep saying that though, Shady?
And that's-
Ceiling so high.
When you
because hold on real quick.
You asked me a question.
I know. But you saying ceiling so high.
Yeah.
And yes, he's 37. But what's the goal for the Buffalo Bills? Win playoff games?
Everybody goes to championship.
Exactly.
Right,
and he hasn't got that done, and he's turning the football over. That ain't concerning.
This is what I'm saying. If I'm a GM, I'm a coach, or I'm a running back for the team, whatever it is, I want to win games and get a chance to go to the Super Bowl. Now, it sucks that there's one of the best players ever played the game right now, plays for the Chiefs, that's in the AFC, that no matter if he don't throw picks, that's going to be a hard game to win anyway.
Yeah, no doubt.
But what I'm saying is, all these 32 teams, all these 32 quarterbacks, I would love to have Josh Allen on my team because I know if I have him on my team, I could potentially get 37 wins and 12 losses.
But Shady, let me ask you though. I feel like Josh Allen.
We'll bring it. I'm ready for all 3 of y'all, so bring it. I don't duck no smoke. What's up? What's going on?
But Josh Allen is a proverbial, a tease of a football player, if you will.
Okay.
Because what I mean is, he tantalizes you with his talent. Shady, oh my God, 37 wins. Oh, it's tantalizing. But you cannot lose a game to the Jets where Zach Wilson does not have the reps Aaron Rodgers does. He doesn't have the talent Aaron Rodgers does. He doesn't have the experience Aaron Rodgers does. And the only thing Josh Allen had to do was not turn the ball over. But really what I think is it's mental, which is why it's my issue. Before the Jets had ever got on the board, Josh Allen was 7 of 8. Started the game, he was good. Then to me, it's like Josh Allen plays down to his level of competition. He's thinking to himself, I think it's subconscious. I don't think Josh Allen actively thinks this, but I think subconsciously he's like, oh, is this Zach Wilson? 3rd and long. Zoom. 2nd and 14. I'm just gonna have fun with it. How many times have we seen Josh Allen do this? He said same bleep, different day. Meaning, last time he played the Jets, he did the same thing. But when Josh Allen sees Patrick Mahomes, he don't play like this.
Good point.
When Josh Allen sees Patrick Mahomes, he plays like that. But when he looks down and like, oh, I'm playing little baby Zach Wilson, oh, we gonna have fun with this one. So that's really my issue with Zach is he plays up to his competition, down to his competition.
So when you said that your opinion changed about him and you did your new calculations that he is not that guy, right? But how can you say that? Then you saying this right here that, well, he plays to his competition. So if we playing Joe Burrow, we playing Patrick Mahomes, he's going to play up here.
Because eventually it'll burn you. And it did yesterday. Like, eventually it'll cost you. We don't talk about this enough because Josh Allen is Josh Allen. But the Bills have had the number 1 ranked defense 2 years ago and the number 2 ranked defense last year.
And that's why he got 12 wins.
The Bills defense, in part, the Bills defense this year is not that defense. I said it a week ago. I said it now, so I don't think the Bills are the same. Look at their safeties. Incredibly bright. Incredibly bright. They don't have the same foot speed.
No, they don't.
Look at their linebackers. Milano's great, but as body of work, they don't move in tandem like they usually have. So I don't think Allen can get away with it, Joy, and that is why, my opinion.
But why do you want to get away with it?
Exactly.
Like, that is my point, is that we know how talented Josh Allen is. We know what he's capable of doing. That's what makes it frustrating. If he was some guy that was like, meh, and turn the ball over, okay, like that's probably what you should be doing. You're not at that level, but Josh is at that level. We can see it. When he's playing at the highest level, you could argue there's no one better than Patrick Mahomes. He has the ability to reach that high. But the problem I have with last night is it's not just that, okay, like losing to Zach Wilson, okay, great, whatever, like this. That was a division game.
Yeah, matters.
A platter of a division game. Aaron Rodgers goes out after 4 plays. You've got Zach Wilson, who is not prepared, not expecting to play it all this season, let alone in game 1. And you give them the game. So it's not that I don't think that Josh Allen is one of the most talented players in the league. I do. And actually, my opinion of him hasn't changed. I've said that. I still think he's one of the top players, and I picked them to go to the Super Bowl this year. But the point is, why waste that game? That was a waste of a game. You could have been at the top of the division right now, beating the Jets in a gimme game, essentially, and then you made it a gimme game for them because of how much you did what is in your control. Those weren't turnovers that were forced. They were all his fault.
They all were. Yep.
All of them.
They're all his fault, and that is what, to me, is frustrating. But again, to me, the turnovers is just part of it. He is irresponsible with his body. And I don't want to see that. I don't want to see you be irresponsible with the ball or be irresponsible with your body. Get down. You are so essential and important, not just to the league, but to your teammates and this team's success. What are you running into defenders for? What are you trying to hurdle someone for? It's game 1.
Let me ask Shady a question.
Can I real quick?
Follow it up? Yeah.
Yeah, so first of all, I don't think he's going to change the way he runs. That's who he is. Big boy, that's how he plays. I do think that he can change some of the picks. Because he has spurts where he does well, not turning the ball, but then he has some spurts where he's like, they come, they rolling.
Yeah.
But can we put him in the same category as guys like Brett Favre? As far as getting busy, obviously, super talented.
You could.
But he throws picks.
You could.
Because if I remember, right, 1996, I mean, Brett had 39 touchdowns, 13 picks. Is 13 picks good, or is that average? That's a bad?
No, it's bad.
That's bad?
Touchdown interception ratio is good, but 13's
But I'm going to say picks in general.
Picks aren't good. Yeah,
okay, let's dive even deeper into this drink. So the next year, now, by the way, they go to the Super Bowl and they win it. But it's the next year, they go back to the Super Bowl, right? He throws 16 picks. Is that good? Or is that
good? It's not good.
So my thing is, why it was okay for a guy like Brett Favre?
Can I respond?
Because he was so good, he was so talented.
Let me go.
That it was okay. Do you get what I'm saying? And there's some quarterbacks that throw picks and turn the ball over, but they're so good and so talented that we're willing to take that with the baggage.
Yeah. I understand where you're coming from.
Thank you for understanding me, brother.
When you bring up those dudes, but it was the 2 games you talked about Brett Favre was in, Josh ain't been in them.
Yeah.
That's true.
You understand what I'm saying?
Still young.
So
Josh is still young.
Josh is still young, and it's the same mistakes. Right? If we sat up here, and I know you're a big Jalen Hurts fan, if we sat up here and Jalen Hurts came out of a game like that, you may not talk about Jalen Hurts because that's your dude, the world gonna kill him. Right? Does Jalen Hurts win? Absolutely. Right? Dak Prescott, if Dak Prescott played a game like that, the world would kill him.
Yeah, I'm definitely do it.
Does Dak Prescott win? Absolutely. right? Has he won the big game? No. Has Jalen Hurts won the big game? No. But for me, the biggest thing that stands out with Josh is he's not improving. We keep on saying that he's this special talent, but since he's got paid and Dayball has left, he's not improving. Brett was improving. Brett was in Super Bowls. Josh Allen is not improving. To me, he's taking steps backwards. And the defense ain't getting better. You can't get it done with the number 1 and the 2 defense. You finna get it done with the number 15 defense, and you taking steps backwards? That's not gonna happen.
I gotta take us to break 2-5, but when we revisit this conversation, I do wanna have a conversation about curse of the gifted, because I think that's what Josh Allen struggles with.
That's
and I'm
right.
sitting next to somebody who's incredibly gifted, and I want you to speak from it.
Ooh, that's a good one. That is a good one. I should use my sofa because that's a good one.
Hey, that's different, because Shady ain't fumble and turn the ball over.
No.
But Shady lost a lot of yards. I shouldn't have lost because I was dancing too much.
But
So did Barry Sanders.
that's a conversation that needs to be had, is a conversation.
Can we bring it back?
of the curse of
Do
the
you
gifted.
promise?
I promise.
Bring it back.
Yeah, my word.
Subscribe here to get the latest from Speak, and go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.